Invest in Yourself, 15 Ways to Build Your Best Life. Written and published by Mindset Masters AudioBook. Part 1. The Power of Investing in Yourself. When it comes to creating a life of fulfillment, freedom, and success, there is one principle that outweighs every other: investing in yourself. This is not about quick fixes, temporary motivation, or chasing trends. It's about deliberately cultivating your skills, mindset, health, relationships, and habits so that every day you are compounding value in the most important asset you will ever own: you. Many people search for shortcuts to success, external validation, or passive opportunities that promise fast results. Yet the reality is that nothing generates long-term returns like consistent self-investment. Your ability to learn, grow, and apply knowledge is far more powerful than any market trend, business idea, or investment vehicle you might chase. Wealth, health, relationships, and personal satisfaction all start here. Understanding self-investment. Investing in yourself means taking deliberate actions that increase your capacity, competence, and confidence. It is about using your time, energy, and resources to strengthen the foundation upon which every achievement is built. While most people prioritize instant gratification, self-investors prioritize long-term compounding benefits that ripple through every area of life. The principle is simple: what you put into yourself grows exponentially over time. Skills mastered today can open opportunities tomorrow. Knowledge learned this week can transform your decisions this month. Habits developed now will shape decades of behavior. When you embrace this mindset, you stop viewing your time and energy as expendable. Instead, you start treating them as precious assets that, when strategically allocated, produce returns that no external system can match. Time as your most valuable asset. Before money, before business, before connections, there is time. How you spend your hours is the single biggest determinant of your growth. Investing in yourself begins with mastery over your time. Prioritization. Allocate energy to activities that generate long-term value, rather than fleeting satisfaction. Focus. Limit distractions that consume hours without producing returns. Consistency. Small, repeated efforts compound far more effectively than bursts of sporadic action. Every hour spent learning, reflecting, exercising, or creating is an hour invested in the most resilient asset you will ever have: yourself. The 3 core areas of self-investment. Self-investment is multidimensional. To build a strong foundation for your best life, focus on 3 interconnected pillars. 1. Skill development. Your skills are the tools through which you create value in the world. The more advanced, rare, and applicable your abilities, the greater your impact and the higher your potential returns. Key strategies for skill investment include: continuous learning. Dedicate time daily to reading, online courses, mentorship, or structured study. Deliberate practice. Focus on practicing the highest impact skills until mastery emerges. Application. Knowledge alone is inert. Action transforms learning into growth. Mastering critical skills creates leverage. One person who can think strategically, communicate clearly, and act decisively generates opportunities that others spend decades searching for. 2. Physical and mental health. You cannot perform at a high level if your body and mind are depleted. Health is the infrastructure of self-investment. Every habit that strengthens your body or mind compounds over a lifetime. Focus areas include: exercise. Builds energy, resilience, and mental clarity. Nutrition. Fuels sustained performance and long-term vitality. Rest and recovery. Sleep and downtime are non-negotiable for cognitive and emotional capacity. Mindfulness and stress management. Meditation, journaling, and reflection improve focus and decision-making. Neglecting health is a hidden tax on your potential. Every day spent in peak condition is an investment that pays back with productivity, creativity, and longevity. 3. Emotional intelligence and relationship. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. Your ability to understand, influence, and connect with others is a core personal asset. Investing in emotional intelligence and relationships compounds both personally and professionally. Actionable steps include self-awareness. Understand your triggers, patterns, and values. Empathy. Learn to perceive and appreciate others' perspective. Communication. Develop clarity, persuasion, and the ability to navigate difficult conversations. Networking. Build genuine relationships that create opportunities, guidance, and support. People with strong emotional intelligence consistently outperform those with technical skill alone. Relationships are currency. Invest wisely. Habits. The compound interest of personal growth. Habits are the most powerful lever for self-investment. While skills, health, and relationships are critical, the way you structure your daily behavior determines whether growth is consistent or fleeting. Principles for habit-based self-investment. Start small, scale gradually. Tiny consistent changes compound far faster than sporadic extremes. Anchor habits to systems. Make your environment support the behavior you want to maintain. Measure and adjust. Track progress, refine approaches, and celebrate milestones. Stack habits. Combine complementary routines for exponential efficiency, e.g., exercise in the morning followed by skill study. Habits are the bridge between intention and result. Invest in routines that serve your long-term goals. Mindset. The multiplier effect. Even with skills, health, and relationships, your mindset determines whether investments in yourself succeed. Growth-oriented individuals see challenges as opportunities, failures as feedback, and time as leverage. Key mindset principles. Ownership mentality. You are fully responsible for your growth and outcomes. Long-term orientation. Delay short-term gratification for compounding rewards. Curiosity. Treat every experience as a chance to learn. Resilience. Persist when progress feels slow. Compounding requires patience. The right mindset transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary returns. Without it, even consistent action will plateau prematurely. Financial self-investment. While not the only focus, financial literacy and capability are part of investing in yourself. Understanding money, how to earn, save, invest, and multiply it, creates freedom to pursue bigger opportunities. Steps for financial self-investment. Learn budgeting, investing, and wealth-building fundamentals. Build multiple streams of income aligned with your skills. Use money as a tool to enhance your growth, not a source of distraction. Invest in experiences, knowledge, and systems that compound learning and opportunity. Money alone cannot buy growth, but money wisely invested accelerates it. Commitment to growth. Investing in yourself is a lifestyle, not a project. It requires consistent, intentional action, reinforced by reflection, adaptation, and strategic focus. Each step compounds, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of improvement. Knowledge, skill, action, results, reflection, growth, repeat. When you commit to this cycle, life transforms. Opportunities expand, resilience strengthens, and confidence grows. Every decision, every hour, and every habit is either an investment in your future or a drain on potential. Every decision, every hour, and every habit is either an investment in your future or a drain on potential. Choosing to invest in yourself ensures that you are building capacity, freedom, and impact that lasts a lifetime. Part 2. Mastering your mind, the first true investment. Building your best life begins not with money, possessions, or status, but with your mind. Every other investment in life flows from the quality of your thinking, focus, and mental resilience. If your mind is underdeveloped, distracted, or conditioned by limiting beliefs, no amount of effort or resources will lead to sustainable growth. Mastering your mind is the first actionable step in investing in yourself because the mind controls your habits, decisions, emotions, and ultimately the outcomes you experience every single day. Understanding the power of thought. Every action, achievement, and relationship begins as a thought. Your mind shapes your perception of reality, influencing what you pursue and how you respond to challenges. The thoughts you allow to dominate your consciousness either empower or limit you. Consider this principle: your mind is the lens through which all opportunity passes. If your mind is focused, disciplined, and growth-oriented, opportunities are amplified. If your mind is scattered, doubtful, or fearful, opportunities slip through your fingers. Investing in your mind is the foundation of compounding personal growth. Self-awareness, the gateway to mental mastery. The first step to mastering your mind is self-awareness. Without understanding your current patterns, triggers, and tendencies, you cannot make intentional change. Techniques for developing self-awareness. Journaling daily. Reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and actions to identify patterns. Mindful observation. Notice habitual reactions, especially in stressful or high-pressure situations. Feedback loops. Seek constructive feedback from mentors, peers, or coaches. Emotional inventory. Identify recurring emotional responses and their impact on behavior. Self-awareness allows you to intervene in your own thought processes, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering alternatives. Reprogramming limiting belief. Limiting beliefs are mental patterns that restrict potential. They often disguise themselves as truths you have learned over time, such as, "I'm not good enough to achieve that." "Success requires luck, not skill." "I can't change my circumstances." Replacing these beliefs requires consistent mental conditioning. Identify the belief and its source. Challenge its validity with evidence and logic. Replace it with a new empowering belief. Reinforce it through repetition, visualization, and action. For example, transforming "I'm not ready" into "every action I take brings me closer to mastery" shifts your mindset from paralysis to progress. The role of focus and mental discipline. Your mind is like a muscle. It strengthens with use and weakens with neglect. Distractions, endless scrolling, and fragmented attention erode your mental capacity. Developing focus is a critical investment. Time blocking. Allocate specific hours to deep work or learning without interruption. Single tasking. Avoid multitasking. It fragments attention and diminishes performance. Environmental optimization. Remove distractions and design your workspace for clarity. Mental exercises. Meditation, concentration drills, and problem-solving enhance mental endurance. Strong focus allows you to turn knowledge and ideas into actionable results, compounding over time. Emotional resilience and control. A powerful mind is also an emotionally resilient mind. Emotions drive behavior, and uncontrolled emotions can sabotage progress. Stress management. Identify stressors and implement proactive coping mechanisms. Emotional regulation. Practice responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Perspective shifts. Train yourself to see challenges as opportunities for growth. Confidence reinforcement. Celebrate small wins to reinforce belief in your capacity. Emotional resilience is not suppression, it is the ability to navigate life with calm, clarity, and purpose, even under pressure. Daily mental investment practices. To strengthen your mind consistently, adopt daily routines that compound over time. Reading and learning. Consume books, articles, and courses that expand knowledge and critical thinking. Reflection. Spend time analyzing past decisions and outcomes to learn continuously. Visualization. Imagine desired outcomes in vivid detail, linking them with actionable steps. Problem solving. Tackle challenges deliberately to develop strategic thinking. Affirmations and mindset exercises. Reinforce empowering beliefs and mental patterns. These habits function like deposits into a mental bank account, small consistent investments that grow into extraordinary mental capacity and clarity over time. Mindset for growth. A growth-oriented mind is the engine of self-investment. Principles to adopt. Curiosity. Treat every situation as an opportunity to learn something new. Ownership. Accept responsibility for your results. Avoid blaming external factors. Persistence. Maintain effort even when progress is slow or invisible. Adaptability. Adjust strategies and beliefs as you acquire new insight. Abundance thinking. Focus on opportunities rather than scarcity. Embrace collaboration. When these principles become habitual, your mind naturally seeks improvement, solving problems proactively and seizing opportunities before others even recognize them. Knowledge into action. Knowledge alone is insufficient. A mind full of ideas that are never acted upon is wasted potential. Mental investment becomes real when learning is applied. Test concepts in small-scale experiments. Apply strategies to personal or professional challenges. Measure outcomes, refine approaches, and iterate. This is the essence of compounding mental growth. Each thought, experiment, and adjustment feeds into greater competence and confidence. The long-term impact of mental investment. The effects of investing in your mind are not always immediate, but they are profound and enduring. Improved decision-making across all aspects of life. Increased creativity and problem-solving ability. Greater self-confidence and clarity of purpose. Enhanced emotional control, reducing impulsive decisions. Compounded growth in skills, relationships, and opportunities. A mind strengthened today will generate results for decades, far beyond the immediate efforts you put in. Integrating mind investment into life. To make mental mastery a foundation of self-investment. Treat learning, reflection, and mental discipline as non-negotiable daily activities. Combine mental practices with physical health and skill development. Track progress, celebrate growth, and adapt as necessary. Avoid overloading. Consistency matters more than intensity. Every day you commit to mental investment, you are shaping the trajectory of your life. By prioritizing focus, emotional resilience, and mindset, you ensure that every other form of self-investment, skills, health, finances, yields maximum returns. Part 3. Developing high-value skills. The engine of personal growth. Once you have begun mastering your mind, the next crucial step in investing in yourself is developing high-value skills. Skills are the tools you use to create value, generate income, solve problems, and build influence in your life. Without skills, knowledge remains potential rather than power. Without action, ideas remain concepts rather than outcomes. Investing in skill development is one of the most reliable ways to ensure long-term growth, financial freedom, and personal fulfillment. The key is to focus on skills that compound, scale, and create opportunities across multiple areas of life. Why skills matter more than income. Income can fluctuate. Trends can change. Jobs can disappear. But high-value skills are portable, adaptable, and scalable. They are the foundation of independence. Consider the difference. A paycheck provides security but depends on external systems. Skills provide autonomy because they allow you to create, adapt, and generate opportunities wherever you go. This is why skill development is a cornerstone of investing in yourself. The more rare and valuable your skills, the more leverage you gain in life. Identifying the skills that matter. Not all skills are equal. Some provide temporary advantages. Others provide compounding, long-term impact. When choosing skills to develop, focus on transferable skills, those applicable across industries and contexts, such as communication, problem-solving, or leadership. High-leverage skills. Skills that allow you to multiply results without proportionally increasing effort, such as coding, marketing, negotiation, or writing. Evergreen skills. Skills that will remain valuable regardless of trends or technology, like critical thinking, emotional intelligence, or strategic decision-making. Developing skills with these qualities ensures that your effort produces exponential returns over time. The deliberate practice method. Skill mastery does not happen by chance. It requires deliberate, focused practice. Set specific goals. Define exactly what mastery looks like for the skill you are pursuing. Break down components. Identify the key elements of the skill and practice each individually. Seek feedback. Regularly evaluate performance and adjust approach. Push beyond comfort. True growth occurs at the edge of your ability, where effort meets challenge. Deliberate practice turns ordinary time into accelerated development, ensuring that each hour invested produces measurable improvement. Combining skills for maximum leverage. High-value skills compound when combined strategically. For example, communication plus persuasion influences others while conveying ideas clearly. Coding plus business strategy creates scalable, automated solutions with market impact. Financial literacy plus emotional intelligence optimizes wealth building and relationship management. This is the principle of skill stacking. When skills intersect, their value multiplies, creating opportunities that isolated abilities cannot produce. Learning from experts. Investing in yourself also means learning from those who have already achieved mastery. This reduces trial and error time and accelerates results. Ways to learn from experts. Mentorship. Seek guidance from individuals who have successfully applied the skills you desire. Observation. Study patterns, habits, and strategies of top performers in your field. Courses and workshops. Structured learning accelerates skill acquisition and provides frameworks for practice. Self-directed research. Dive deeply into topics, dissecting processes and techniques used by industry leaders. Learning strategically ensures that you are compounding knowledge and skill simultaneously. Time investment. How to prioritize skill growth. With limited time, prioritization is essential. Focus on skills that align with goals. Skills that directly contribute to your long-term objective. Provide immediate leverage. Skills that amplify results in other areas of life. Have longevity. Skills that will remain valuable in changing economic and technological environment. Consistency matters more than volume. Small, focused daily practice compounds faster than sporadic bursts of effort. Mindset for skill acquisition. The mental approach to skill development is critical. Patience. Mastery takes time, and short-term frustration is inevitable. Curiosity. Explore deeper, beyond superficial understanding. Persistence. Repeat, refine, and experiment relentlessly. Confidence. Believe in your ability to grow, even when progress seems slow. Adaptability. Adjust techniques, methods, and goals based on feedback and result. A growth mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. Actionable steps to build high-value skills. Identify core skills. Determine the 2 to 3 skills with the highest impact on your personal and professional life. Create a daily practice routine. Dedicate focused time to deliberate practice every day. Track progress. Record performance, milestones, and areas for improvement. Apply skills in real-life contexts. Practice in meaningful situations to solidify learning. Seek feedback and mentorship. Incorporate expert guidance and adjust strategies. Reflect and iterate. Analyze what works, what doesn't, and refine the approach continually. By systematically approaching skill development, you ensure that each investment of time and energy compounds exponentially. The long-term payoff. High-value skills are not just tools, they are assets that generate opportunity, income, and influence. Skills compound in ways similar to financial investments. Each mastered skill opens doors to new opportunities. Combining skills creates unique value that others cannot replicate. Consistent application ensures that growth accelerates over time. Investing in skills today lays the groundwork for freedom, flexibility, and impact tomorrow. Integrating skills with mind and health. Skills do not exist in isolation. Maximum returns occur when skill development is combined with mental mastery. Focus, clarity, and emotional resilience enhance learning efficiency. Physical health. Energy, stamina, and cognitive sharpness support sustained practice. Time management. Prioritizing skill growth ensures consistent progress. This holistic approach ensures that your investment in yourself compounds across multiple dimensions, not just one. Part 4. Health, Energy, and Physical Vitality. The foundation of peak performance. Every investment in yourself, your mind, skills, and relationships, requires a critical foundation, your body and energy. Without physical vitality, the most brilliant ideas, rarest skills, and sharpest mind cannot be fully executed. Investing in your health is not just a personal benefit. It is a strategic asset that compounds over a lifetime, enhancing every other area of growth. Physical well-being amplifies mental clarity, emotional stability, productivity, and resilience. When energy levels are high, decision-making improves. When stamina is consistent, effort and persistence increase. When health is prioritized, your capacity to invest in other areas grows exponentially. The true cost of neglecting health. Neglecting physical vitality has hidden and cumulative costs. Reduced productivity. Low energy reduces focus and efficiency. Impaired mental function. Fatigue and poor nutrition decrease cognitive performance. Increased stress and emotional volatility. Poor health undermines emotional resilience. Higher risk of chronic illness. Long-term neglect creates physical limitations and financial burdens. In essence, ignoring your body is an unseen tax on your personal and financial growth. Every compromised hour is a missed opportunity for compounding success. Energy management, your most valuable currency. Health is more than absence of illness, it is high-quality energy. How you manage energy determines how consistently you can act on your goals. Energy management involves sleep optimization. Deep, restorative sleep powers mental clarity, mood stability, and physical recovery. Nutrition, food is fuel. Balanced macronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and hydration sustain energy throughout the day. Movement and exercise. Regular physical activity enhances cardiovascular health, muscular strength, flexibility, and overall stamina. Stress regulation. Chronic stress depletes energy. Meditation, breathing exercises, and mindfulness restore it. By treating energy like a strategic asset, every decision, habit, and action produces maximal returns. Exercise as an investment. Exercise is one of the highest return investments you can make in yourself. Cognitive enhancement. Physical activity increases blood flow and oxygen to the brain, improving focus and memory. Emotional resilience. Exercise releases endorphins, reducing stress and enhancing mood. Longevity. Regular activity mitigates age-related decline and prevents disease. Discipline and habit formation. Consistent routines in exercise reinforce the ability to build other high-value habits. A daily commitment to movement compounds in performance, confidence, and overall life quality. Nutrition, fuel for compounding growth. What you eat directly influences your ability to think, act, and persist. Nutrition is an investment with immediate and long-term returns. Macronutrients. Protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates maintain energy and cognitive function. Micronutrients. Vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants protect against disease and cognitive decline. Hydration. Adequate water is essential for brain function, energy metabolism, and recovery. Mindful consumption. Avoid over-reliance on processed foods, sugar, and stimulants that create temporary spikes but long-term crashes. By approaching nutrition as a strategic investment, you enhance the foundation for everything else in life. Sleep, the invisible multiplier. Sleep is the unsung hero of performance. It directly impacts memory consolidation, emotional regulation, immune function, and decision-making. Principles for optimizing sleep. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep consistently. Maintain a fixed sleep and wake schedule. Create an environment conducive to rest. dark, cool, and quiet. Limit stimulants and blue light exposure before bedtime. Neglecting sleep is equivalent to withdrawing from your energy account prematurely, reducing the capacity to invest in all other areas of growth. Mental and emotional recovery. Physical investment extends to mental and emotional energy. Recovery is essential for compounding results. Meditation and mindfulness clears mental clutter, enhances focus, and regulates emotion. Nature and reflection. Time in natural environments restores energy and perspective. Active downtime. Deliberate breaks improve creativity and prevent burnout. Recovery transforms effort into sustainable action. Without it, high-intensity work leads to diminishing returns. Habits for lifelong vitality. The highest return health habits compound like financial investments. Daily movement. Strength, cardio, and flexibility exercises in balanced routines. Mindful eating. Strategic nutrition that fuels performance and recovery. Structured sleep. Prioritize restorative sleep as non-negotiable. Stress management. Incorporate meditation, journaling, or breath work. Hydration. Maintain optimal fluid balance for cognitive and physical efficiency. Consistency is the key. Daily micro-investments in health yield exponential returns over decades. Health as a foundation for self-investment. Physical vitality magnifies. Skill development. Energy and clarity accelerate learning. Mind mastery. Focus, emotional regulation, and resilience are enhanced. Relationship management. High energy improves communication, empathy, and presence. Opportunity creation. Energy and confidence attract new personal and professional opportunities. Investing in health is the leverage that allows every other investment in yourself to compound faster, further, and more sustainably. The strategic perspective. Think of your body as the infrastructure for all achievements. Mind without energy underperforms. Skills without stamina remain underutilized. Ambitions without vitality fail to materialize. Strategic investment in your health ensures that every decision, action, and relationship operates at maximum efficiency. This is not vanity or fleeting self-care. It is high-level asset management of your most critical resource, your body and energy. Integration with mind and skills. Maximizing returns on self-investment requires integrating health with previous areas. Mind mastery. A rested, well-nourished brain processes and retains more effectively. Skill development. Physical energy amplifies focus, persistence, and mastery. Time management. High energy increases output per hour invested. Health, energy, and vitality are the compounding infrastructure for every other life investment, forming the foundation for higher-level pursuits, wealth generation, and personal fulfillment. Part 5. Emotional intelligence and relationship mastery, leveraging human connection. Investing in yourself is not solely about your mind, skills, or physical vitality. One of the most powerful levers for growth, influence, and fulfillment is emotional intelligence, EQ, the ability to understand, manage, and optimize your own emotions while navigating the emotions of others. Coupled with relationship mastery, this skill set multiplies your impact and opens doors that talent and effort alone cannot. Human beings are social creatures. Success, happiness, and opportunities are rarely achieved in isolation. The quality of your relationships, the depth of your understanding of others, and your ability to influence without manipulation all determine the trajectory of your personal and professional life. Why emotional intelligence matters. Emotional intelligence allows you to understand yourself, recognize triggers, patterns, and motivations to make conscious choices, manage emotions, maintain calm, clarity, and rational decision-making even under pressure. Empathize. Understand the perspectives, feelings, and needs of others. Influence positively. Guide, motivate, and inspire people without coercion. High EQ individuals outperform those with high IQ but low emotional intelligence in leadership, negotiation, teamwork, and life satisfaction. It is an investable skill that compounds as you apply it consistently. The 3 pillars of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, understanding your emotions, reactions, strengths, and weaknesses; journaling your experiences to track emotional patterns; reflecting on reactions to challenges to identify triggers; observing your thought patterns to prevent self-sabotage; self-regulation, managing impulses, stress, and responses to maintain composure and focus. Pause before reacting in emotionally charged situations. Use techniques like deep breathing or reframing to regain control. Establish routines that support mental clarity and emotional stability. Social awareness and relationship management. Recognizing emotions in others and cultivating meaningful, productive connections. Active listening to truly understand rather than respond. Practice empathy by imagining the world from another person's perspective. Build trust through consistency, reliability, and authenticity. Resolve conflicts constructively, turning challenges into relationship-strengthening opportunities. Mastering these pillars allows your emotional and relational life to compound naturally, creating networks, influence, and collaboration opportunities that multiply other investments in yourself. Social capital, the multiplier of growth. Every interaction, relationship, and connection is a form of social capital, an asset that, when nurtured, grows exponentially over time. Strategic investments in people can accelerate your personal and professional growth far faster than effort alone. Key principles: quality over quantity. Deep, meaningful relationships provide more long-term value than superficial network. Mutual benefit. Relationships thrive when there is reciprocal value, not transactional exploitation. Consistency and reliability. Show up for others. Trust and respect compound over time. Mentorship and guidance. Learning from experienced individuals compresses learning curves and reduces mistake. Strong social capital allows you to access knowledge, resources, opportunities, and support that you cannot create alone. Networking as a strategic investment. Networking is not collecting contacts. It is investing in relationships that produce mutual growth. Attend events with the goal of learning and connecting, not selling. Seek individuals whose values, experience, or influence align with your goals. Offer value first. Mentorship, insight, collaboration, or support. Maintain communication and nurture relationships over time. The network you build today compounds into career opportunities, collaborations, and life-enhancing connections tomorrow. Influence and persuasion. Influence is the natural outcome of high EQ and strong relationship. It allows you to guide decisions, inspire action, and create outcomes aligned with your vision. Persuasion is built on trust, credibility, and understanding, not manipulation. Influence multiplies every other skill and investment in yourself. Leadership, negotiation, and problem-solving all become more effective. The ability to inspire people to take action extends your reach far beyond what you could accomplish alone. Conflict resolution and emotional navigation. Life and business are full of challenges, disagreements, and friction. Emotional intelligence allows you to navigate conflict constructively. Identify the root cause of tension rather than react to surface emotions. Communicate clearly and assertively, maintaining respect for all parties. Seek win-win solutions that preserve relationships and foster trust. Use setbacks as opportunities for growth and relationship strengthening. Mastering conflict transforms potentially negative experiences into growth opportunities. Daily practices for emotional and social growth. Reflection and journaling. Daily review of emotional reactions and interactions to identify improvement areas. Mindfulness and meditation. Increase awareness of emotions and reduce impulsive reactions. Active listening. Focus fully on the speaker without preparing a response prematurely. Empathy exercises. Put yourself in the shoes of colleagues, friends, or family to improve understanding. Connection routines. Regularly reach out to nurture relationships, offer help, or share insight. Daily reinforcement compounds emotional intelligence and relational capability over time, yielding tangible results in influence, collaboration, and satisfaction. The long-term impact of relationship mastery. Investing in emotional intelligence and relationships has lifelong benefit. Expands your opportunities for mentorship, guidance, and collaboration. Increases personal and professional influence. Enhances problem-solving through collective insight. Reduces stress and enhances emotional resilience. Builds a network of trusted allies for challenges and growth. Relationships and social influence are assets that compound continuously, creating leverage for every other area of personal investment. Integrating EQ with mind, skills, and health. Emotional intelligence amplifies mind mastery, improved focus, decision-making, and clarity. Skill application, enhanced learning through feedback, collaboration, and mentorship. Energy and health. Emotional regulation reduces stress, improving overall vitality. Opportunities. High EQ attracts relationships, collaborations, and life-enhancing experiences. By combining emotional intelligence with mental mastery, skill development, and physical vitality, you create a holistic, compounding system of personal growth. Part 6. Financial Intelligence, Turning Knowledge into Freedom. One of the most crucial, yet often overlooked, ways to invest in yourself is developing financial intelligence. While mental mastery, skills, health, and relationships provide the foundation, financial intelligence provides freedom, choice, and leverage. Without it, your other investments can be limited by scarcity, stress, or dependency on external systems. Financial intelligence is not about money for its own sake. It is about understanding, managing, and strategically allocating resources so that your money works for you instead of you working for money. When mastered, it creates security, opportunity, and the ability to invest in higher-level pursuit. The true power of financial intelligence. Financial intelligence allows you to make informed decisions about earning, spending, and investing. Build wealth that grows independently of active labor. Leverage resources for larger opportunities without taking unnecessary risks. Navigate economic uncertainty with confidence and adaptability. Many people confuse financial literacy with having more income, but it is the strategic use of money, how you manage, allocate, and grow it, that creates long-term freedom. High income alone rarely translates into wealth without the discipline of financial intelligence. Core principles of money mastery. There are several foundational principles to understand and practice. Earning. Your ability to generate income is the first step in financial empowerment. This can come from employment, entrepreneurship, investments, or a combination of these. Maximize your earning potential by investing in skills, leveraging opportunities, and creating value. Saving. Discipline in setting aside a portion of income is crucial. Savings create options, reduce stress, and enable investments in bigger opportunities. Automate saving to ensure consistency. Investing. Money grows exponentially when strategically invested. Stocks, real estate, businesses, and alternative assets are avenues for growth. Understanding risk, diversification, and compounding is essential. Budgeting and allocation. Track where money goes and ensure spending aligns with goals. Avoid lifestyle inflation that undermines long-term financial stability. Protecting wealth. Insurance, legal structures, and contingency planning safeguard your assets against unforeseen events. Financial intelligence is a skill set as much as a knowledge base. The goal is not just to earn money but to make money work as an asset that compounds your freedom, influence, and options. Mindset for financial growth. Your mindset around money is a critical determinant of success. Many individuals unconsciously sabotage wealth creation due to limiting beliefs or emotional responses to money. Scarcity thinking. Believing there's never enough leads to short-term decision-making and fear-based choices. Delayed gratification. Wealth compounds when you prioritize long-term gains over immediate consumption. Abundance orientation. Seeing money as a tool to create value rather than an endpoint encourages smarter risk-taking and investment. Responsibility and ownership. Accepting full responsibility for your finances without blaming circumstances or external forces empowers strategic action. A strong financial mindset transforms fear, hesitation, and uncertainty into deliberate, opportunity-focused action. Income diversification and leverage. Relying solely on a single source of income is risky. Investing in yourself includes learning to diversify and leverage your income streams. Active income. Earnings from your primary career or business. Invest in skill growth to maximize earning potential. Passive income. Investments, royalties, automated businesses, and dividend-generating asset. Leveraged income. Using other people's time, capital, or expertise to create wealth exponentially. The combination of these three income streams allows freedom and resilience. By strategically developing multiple sources of revenue, your personal wealth becomes insulated from sudden economic shifts or setback. The role of knowledge and continuous learning. Financial intelligence requires ongoing learning. Markets, technology, and economic systems are constantly evolving. To stay ahead, read books on investing, economics, and business strategy. Follow thought leaders, analysts, and experts with proven track record. Attend seminars, workshops, and courses to refine skills and expand perspective. Experiment with small, low-risk investments to gain practical experience. Learning, combined with application, compounds over time. Your knowledge of finance becomes an asset that multiplies itself. Investing for compounding growth. The power of money lies in compounding. By strategically investing today, you unlock exponential growth for tomorrow. Stock market investing. Long-term, diversified investments leverage compound returns. Real estate. Rental properties generate ongoing income and appreciate over time. Business ventures. Entrepreneurship and ownership provide leverage and scalability. Alternative assets. Cryptocurrency, intellectual property, and other emerging assets can diversify your portfolio. The key principle is to start early, invest consistently, and focus on assets that grow over time. Compounding works quietly but relentlessly, turning small, consistent actions into life-altering results. Risk management and financial protection. Investing without protection is reckless. A crucial part of financial intelligence is mitigating risk. Emergency funds. Keep reserves to cover unexpected expenses without derailing long-term investment. Insurance. Protect against illness, accidents, liability, and loss. Legal structures. Incorporate businesses, create trusts, and ensure estate planning to safeguard asset. Diversification. Spread investments across sectors, asset classes, and geographies to reduce vulnerability. Financial protection ensures that setbacks do not destroy growth, allowing your compounding investments to continue uninterrupted. Habits for financial self-investment. Track income and expenses. Understand exactly where money comes from and goes. Automate savings and investments. Build systems that ensure consistency. Allocate for growth. Reserve a percentage of income for skill development, experiences, and investment. Review and adjust regularly. Monitor portfolio performance and optimize allocation. Seek mentorship. Learn from individuals who have successfully navigated wealth building. These habits ensure that your financial growth is deliberate, measurable, and compounding over time. Aligning money with purpose. True financial intelligence is not just about wealth accumulation. It is about using money as a tool to invest in your best life. Fund personal growth and skill acquisition. Create experiences that enhance relationships and fulfillment. Invest in health, vitality, and long-term security. Build legacy and generational wealth that extends beyond yourself. Money, when managed wisely, becomes a multiplier for your other investments: mental mastery, skills, health, and relationship. Integrating financial intelligence into life. Financial intelligence compounds when integrated with other pillars. Mental mastery. Decision-making improves with clarity, patience, and foresight. Skills. High-value skills increase income potential and strategic leverage. Health. Physical energy and resilience support sustained wealth-building action. Relationships. Trusted networks and mentorship enhance investment opportunities. By managing money strategically, you transform financial resources into a self-reinforcing engine for personal growth, freedom, and opportunity. Part 7. Purpose, Vision, and Goal Clarity. Aligning action with meaning. Investing in yourself is not complete without a clear sense of purpose and vision. Your mind, skills, health, relationships, and financial intelligence all compound most effectively when anchored to a compelling, defined direction. Purpose is the magnetic force that organizes your energy, amplifies motivation, and drives persistence in the face of challenges. Vision provides a detailed map, showing not only where you want to go but why it matters. Goal clarity ensures that daily actions consistently move you toward the life you aspire to create. Without purpose, even consistent action risks being scattered, reactionary, or misaligned. Without vision, effort lacks trajectory. Without clearly defined goals, progress becomes slow, fragmented, or unsustainable. Purpose, vision, and goals are the compass, engine, and fuel of self-investment. They synchronize every other area of personal growth. Understanding purpose. Purpose is the reason behind your actions, the underlying why that gives meaning to your effort. A life anchored in purpose motivates sustained investment in yourself, even when immediate results are delayed. Characteristics of a strong purpose. Intrinsic motivation. Driven by internal fulfillment rather than external validation. Contribution-oriented. Focused on impact, service, or creating value beyond oneself. Aligned with values. Reflects your core beliefs, principles, and identity. Resilient. Provides clarity and focus through challenges, failures, or uncertainty. Purpose transforms mundane tasks into steps toward a greater legacy. Each habit, skill, or decision becomes meaningful when connected to a why that resonates deeply. Crafting a compelling vision. Purpose answers why, but vision answers what and how. Vision is the mental blueprint of your ideal life. It allows you to see the outcomes you are working toward in vivid detail, providing clarity and motivation. Steps to craft a compelling vision. Reflect deeply. Consider your values, strengths, and passions. What gives your life meaning? Visualize outcomes. Imagine your ideal life in specific terms: relationships, career, health, finances, personal growth, and contribution. Clarify impact. Ask yourself, how will achieving this vision benefit me and others? Document your vision. Write detailed descriptions, create mind maps, or use vision boards to externalize and reinforce your mental image. Review regularly. Keep your vision top of mind and adjust as circumstances and understanding evolve. A compelling vision provides direction, focus, and motivation, transforming effort into meaningful progress. The power of goal clarity. Goals convert purpose and vision into actionable steps. Without clear goals, effort is scattered, priorities are ambiguous, and momentum is lost. Goal clarity ensures that every action aligns with the life you intend to create. Principles for effective goal setting. Specificity. Clearly define what you want. Avoid vague objectives. Measurability. Establish quantifiable indicators of progress to monitor results. Achievability. Challenge yourself, but ensure goals are realistic and actionable. Relevance. Align goals with your purpose, values, and long-term vision. Time-bound. Assign deadlines to create urgency, accountability, and focus. Clear goals create a roadmap for consistent self-investment, allowing daily actions to compound toward meaningful results. Daily alignment practices. To ensure purpose, vision, and goals guide your daily life. Morning intention setting. Start each day by reviewing your vision and priorities. Time audits. Align time allocation with goal-oriented activities rather than distractions. Reflection and adjustment. End the day reviewing progress, identifying misalignments, and refining actions. Micro goals. Break larger goals into small, manageable tasks that create momentum. Accountability structures. Use mentors, peers, or tracking systems to reinforce alignment. When practiced consistently, these daily routines integrate purpose into every decision, action, and interaction. Purpose as motivation through challenges. Purpose and vision serve as anchors during setback. Challenges, failures, and unexpected obstacles are inevitable. Without a strong sense of why, it is easy to become discouraged or abandon progress. Purpose-driven individuals respond differently to adversity. Perspective. They view challenges as temporary and solvable. Persistence. They maintain effort, leveraging setbacks as learning opportunities. Adaptability. They adjust methods while keeping goals intact. Resilience. Purpose transforms discomfort into motivation rather than frustration. This mindset compounds over time, producing consistent progress even in turbulent circumstances. Strategic life mapping. Aligning purpose, vision, and goals requires a strategic approach to your life as a system. Consider the following components. Roles and responsibilities. Define the key areas of life that matter most: career, relationships, health, personal growth, contribution. Long-term objectives. Set clear milestones for each area aligned with your vision. Action plans. Identify specific, daily actions that support progress toward long-term objective. Measurement and reflection. Regularly track outcomes, assess alignment, and adjust strategies. Integration. Ensure decisions in one area complement and reinforce progress in others. Strategic life mapping turns abstract vision into actionable pathways, allowing consistent compounding growth. Building momentum through micro wins. Purpose and vision are reinforced through tangible progress. Achieving small, consistent wins creates confidence, motivation, and momentum. Identify key micro wins. Break goals into achievable milestones. Celebrate consistently. Reinforce success and progress psychologically. Analyze performance. Learn from outcomes to improve strategy. Scale effort. Gradually increase challenge and scope as competence grows. Micro wins compound into significant long-term achievement when consistently pursued. Purpose, vision, and goal alignment with other investment. Purpose and vision amplify every other form of self-investment. Mind mastery. Focus and clarity improve when guided by purpose. Skill development. Learning prioritizes high-impact abilities that align with vision. Health and energy. Physical vitality becomes a resource for meaningful pursuit. Relationships. Connection and influence are enhanced when anchored to purpose. Financial intelligence. Money is allocated strategically to support vision-driven goals. When integrated, these areas create a self-reinforcing system of growth, where purpose ensures every effort compounds toward meaningful life outcomes. The long-term impact of purposeful action. Investing in clarity, purpose, and vision has compounding effects over time. Decisions become faster, more confident, and more aligned. Motivation is sustained even when external rewards are delayed. Resources, time, and effort are deployed efficiently. Opportunities align with your highest priorities, reducing wasted effort. Personal satisfaction and fulfillment increase as life feels cohesive and meaningful. Purpose, vision, and goal clarity ensure that every investment in yourself, mind, skills, health, relationships, and money produces maximum long-term impact. Part 8. Time Mastery, Leveraging Every Day for Exponential Growth. Time is the one resource that cannot be replenished. Unlike money, skills, or energy, once a moment passes, it is gone forever. This makes time mastery one of the most crucial ways to invest in yourself. All other forms of self-investment, mind, skills, health, relationships, and financial intelligence, compound most effectively when coupled with deliberate, disciplined use of time. Mastering time is not simply about doing more tasks or increasing productivity. It is about strategic allocation of attention and energy toward high-value activities that align with purpose, vision, and goals. Time mastery ensures that every action you take generates exponential returns over days, months, and years. Understanding the true value of time. Most people underestimate the value of time, treating it as infinite or expendable. However, time is the ultimate multiplier. The quality of your decisions compounds over time. Effort invested consistently in meaningful tasks generates massive results. Small daily habits grow into major achievements through the compounding effect. When you treat time as an asset rather than a commodity, every hour becomes an opportunity to build momentum, achieve mastery, and create long-term value. Principles of time mastery. Time mastery is grounded in several essential principles. Prioritization. Not all activities hold equal value. Focus on actions that directly contribute to your vision, goals, and long-term growth. Delegation. Free your time by empowering others to handle tasks that do not require your unique skills. Elimination. Remove low-value, distracting, or non-essential activities that consume attention without meaningful return. Batching and systemization. Group similar tasks together and create systems for repetitive activities to maximize efficiency. Focus and deep work. Allocate uninterrupted blocks of time for high-priority tasks requiring concentration, minimizing shallow or reactive work. Mastering these principles allows your effort to compound exponentially rather than stagnate in fragmented, low-value activity. Planning with purpose. Strategic planning transforms a chaotic day into a deliberate, high-leverage routine. Annual planning. Identify key objectives and milestones for the year that align with your vision. Quarterly planning. Break yearly goals into smaller, achievable chunks with specific deadlines. Weekly planning. Define priorities for the week, ensuring alignment with higher-level objectives. Daily planning. Map out each day, allocating time to deep work, recovery, relationships, and personal growth. Planning is the bridge between intention and action. Without it, even disciplined individuals risk scattering effort and losing momentum. The art of prioritization. Effective prioritization requires distinguishing between urgent and important tasks. Stephen Covey's time management matrix provides a framework. Quadrant I, urgent and important. Crises, deadlines, and pressing issues. Address these efficiently but avoid letting them dominate. Quadrant II, important, not urgent. High-value growth activities like learning, skill development, health, and strategic planning. This quadrant drives long-term results. Quadrant III, urgent, not important. Interruptions, unnecessary meetings, and distractions. Minimize or delegate. Quadrant 4, not urgent, not important. Mindless activities or procrastination. Eliminate completely. Mastering Quadrant 2 activities is the hallmark of high achievers, creating exponential leverage in life. Deep work and focused execution. Deep work. The ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks is the ultimate time multiplier. Set boundaries. Define periods free from interruptions, social media, or reactive emails. Plan for energy peaks. Schedule demanding tasks when mental and physical energy are at their highest. Time blocking. Assign dedicated blocks for focused work, reflection, skill practice, and strategic planning. Single tasking. Avoid multitasking, which reduces efficiency and cognitive performance. Deep work compounds over time, building skills, producing high-quality outputs, and creating competitive advantages. Daily rituals for time mastery. Morning routine. Start the day with activities that maximize energy, clarity, and purpose. Exercise, meditation, planning, and reading. Task prioritization. Identify the 1 to 3 most important tasks for the day and tackle them first. Time audit. Regularly track how time is spent and adjust to focus on high-value activities. Breaks and recovery. Short, strategic breaks maintain energy and cognitive performance throughout the day. Evening reflection. Review accomplishments, lessons, and areas for improvement to optimize tomorrow's schedule. Consistency in these rituals compounds over weeks, months, and years, creating massive advantages in personal and professional growth. Avoiding time trap. Time traps erode potential and compound into lost opportunities if left unchecked. Excessive digital consumption. Social media, notifications, and entertainment can consume hours unnoticed. Unnecessary meetings or obligations. Decline or delegate non-essential commitments. Indecision or perfectionism. Delaying action or over-polishing tasks reduces overall impact. Reactive living. Allowing others to dictate your schedule instead of aligning with your priorities. Awareness and proactive elimination of time traps ensure that your energy flows toward meaningful, high-leverage activities. Leveraging systems and automation. Time mastery is amplified through systems, processes, and technology. Task management tools. Organize priorities, deadlines, and recurring activities for clarity. Automated financial systems. Savings, investments, and bill payments handled automatically free mental bandwidth. Workflow templates. Standardize repetitive tasks to reduce cognitive load and save time. Delegation and outsourcing. Use others' skills to handle tasks that do not require your unique contribution. Systems compound your effort by creating consistent results with reduced ongoing input, multiplying your productivity over time. Integration with other investments. Time mastery compounds every other pillar of self-investment. Mind mastery. Focused time allows mental growth, reflection, and clarity. Skill development. Dedicated practice accelerates mastery and opportunity creation. Health. Scheduling exercise, nutrition, and recovery ensures sustained energy for growth. Relationships. Allocating intentional time strengthens connections and social capital. Financial intelligence. Time invested in learning, planning, and strategic decision-making multiplies wealth-building result. Purpose and vision. Alignment ensures that daily actions produce meaningful, long-term progress. Time, when managed strategically, serves as the compounding agent that converts effort into exponential life outcomes. The long-term impact of time mastery. Mastering time transforms potential into achievement. Productivity multiplies without increasing effort. Skills, habits, and routines compound consistently. Goals are reached faster, with reduced stress and wasted effort. Opportunities are seized proactively rather than reactively. Life becomes intentional, aligned, and focused on high-value results. Time mastery is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things consistently, ensuring that every minute contributes to your best life. Part 9. Resilience, adaptability, and mastering challenges, thriving through life's tests. Every journey of self-investment, no matter how well planned, encounters obstacles, setbacks, and challenges. What separates individuals who achieve lasting success from those who falter is resilience, the ability to recover, adapt, and grow stronger in the face of adversity. Closely tied to resilience is adaptability, the capacity to adjust strategies, perspectives, and actions in dynamic environments. Together, these qualities ensure that every investment in yourself compounds, even when circumstances are unpredictable or difficult. Challenges are inevitable. Life is rarely linear. Without the ability to navigate setbacks, even the most disciplined, skilled, and well-resourced individual can stall or regress. Investing in resilience and adaptability ensures that adversity becomes a catalyst for growth rather than a roadblock, amplifying the returns on all other areas of personal development. Understanding resilience. Resilience is not simply enduring hardship, it is transforming it into learning, strength, and opportunity. Resilient individuals maintain focus on long-term vision despite short-term setback. Respond to adversity with intentional action rather than reactive emotion. Learn from failure, using mistakes as feedback for improvement. Persist consistently, building momentum over time. Resilience is a skill that compounds over time. Each challenge navigated successfully strengthens your ability to tackle future obstacles with confidence, turning difficulty into a source of advantage. The pillars of resilience. Mental fortitude, cultivating a mindset that views setbacks as temporary and solvable. Reframe obstacles as challenges rather than threat. Focus on controllable variables instead of external circumstances. Practice gratitude to maintain perspective and emotional equilibrium. Emotional regulation, managing fear, frustration, and self-doubt to maintain clarity. Use breathing exercises, mindfulness, and meditation to reduce stress. Identify emotional triggers and develop strategies to respond constructively. Replace negative self-talk with empowering narratives that reinforce competence and possibility. Purpose and vision anchoring, connecting challenges to your why ensures persistence. Revisit core values, long-term vision, and goals regularly. Remind yourself that adversity is a step in the broader journey. Maintain alignment with purpose to guide decisions under pressure. Problem-solving mindset, focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Break problems into actionable steps rather than overwhelming whole scenarios. Prioritize high-leverage actions that create immediate forward motion. Collaborate with mentors, peers, or experts to gain perspective and resources. Developing adaptability. Adaptability is the capacity to thrive amid change, uncertainty, and unexpected circumstances. In a rapidly evolving world, rigid strategies or mindsets often fail. Adaptive individuals stay open to learning and pivoting strategies when necessary. Remain calm in uncertainty, making rational rather than emotional decisions. Embrace experimentation and innovation as pathways to progress. Balance flexibility with commitment to core purpose and vision. Adaptability ensures that resilience is effective. It is not just enduring challenges but navigating them intelligently to optimize outcomes. Building resilience through habit. Resilience is strengthened through deliberate, daily practices. Stress exposure and recovery. Gradually challenging comfort zones while balancing recovery builds tolerance to adversity. Reflection and analysis. Regularly examine challenges to extract lessons and insight. Gratitude practice. Focusing on positives reinforces emotional equilibrium. Goal adjustment. Align actions to evolving circumstances without losing sight of long-term objective. Visualization and mental rehearsal. Anticipate potential obstacles and plan responses, increasing confidence under pressure. By intentionally practicing resilience, you compound the ability to turn setbacks into growth opportunities. Transforming failure into feedback. Failure is inevitable in any meaningful pursuit. Resilient individuals view failure not as defeat but as valuable feedback. Assess the situation objectively. Identify what went wrong without self-blame. Extract lessons. Determine what adjustments, skills, or strategies are needed. Apply learnings. Use insights immediately to improve performance. Reinforce persistence. Maintain effort with increased wisdom and preparation. Each failure navigated with reflection and adjustment becomes a stepping stone toward mastery, making future obstacles less intimidating and more productive. Emotional resilience in relationship. Challenges often arise in interpersonal dynamic. Emotional resilience strengthens relationships and social capital. Maintain composure during conflict and disagreement. Seek understanding and alignment rather than dominance. Use empathy and negotiation to transform tension into collaboration. Build trust through consistent, thoughtful responses in high-pressure situations. Emotional resilience in relationships amplifies influence, connection, and the ability to navigate complex social systems, further compounding returns on prior investments in emotional intelligence. Resilience and health. Physical resilience reinforces mental and emotional endurance. Regular exercise strengthens the body, enhancing energy and recovery. Proper nutrition and sleep support cognitive clarity and stress management. Recovery routines, such as meditation and active rest, maintain balance under pressure. When the body is resilient, the mind can function at peak capacity, even during prolonged challenges. Health becomes an amplifier of mental resilience, ensuring sustained performance. Strategic adaptability. Adaptability involves deliberate strategies to respond to change. Scenario planning. Anticipate possible challenges and develop contingency plan. Incremental experimentation. Test new approaches in low-risk contexts to build confidence. Continuous learning. Update skills and knowledge to maintain relevance and capability. Flexibility within core principles. Adjust methods without compromising values, vision, or purpose. Strategic adaptability allows you to navigate uncertainty proactively, maintaining growth momentum even in volatile environments. Compounding impact of resilience and adaptability. Resilience and adaptability amplify all other self-investments. Mind mastery. Challenges strengthen focus, discipline, and mental clarity. Skills development. Obstacles accelerate learning and mastery when approached strategically. Health. Endurance, energy, and recovery capacity increase through stress management. Relationships. Navigating difficulties with integrity strengthens trust, respect, and influence. Financial intelligence. Adaptable thinking improves decision-making and risk management. Purpose and vision. Adversity reinforces alignment and motivation when anchored to meaning. Time mastery. Resilient planning and adaptive prioritization reduce wasted effort during setback. When cultivated, these qualities ensure that every obstacle becomes an opportunity to compound growth, creating exponential returns across all areas of life. Actionable steps to strengthen resilience and adaptability. Daily reflection. Examine successes, setbacks, and lessons learned. Challenge yourself. Regularly step outside comfort zones to expand tolerance for stress and uncertainty. Develop problem-solving skills. Break problems into actionable steps and experiment with solutions. Build support systems. Surround yourself with mentors, peers, and networks that provide guidance and perspective. Practice mindfulness. Cultivate awareness of emotional responses to maintain composure and clarity. Embrace flexibility. Adjust strategies without compromising core goals, values, or purpose. Consistent application of these practices ensures that resilience and adaptability compound over time, creating an unshakable foundation for success. The long-term impact. Resilience and adaptability ensure that setbacks are temporary, not defining. Effort compounds through lessons learned from adversity. Confidence grows as challenges are successfully navigated. Opportunities are seized with clarity, courage, and calculated risk. Life becomes increasingly aligned with vision, purpose, and meaningful goals. By mastering resilience and adaptability, every investment in yourself, mind, skills, health, relationships, financial intelligence, purpose, and time, produces maximum, compounding results, ensuring that challenges propel growth rather than hinder it.